Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to My Mic, Your Voice podcast. Today, we're diving into the world of language, rhythm, and truth with none other than Johnny Ridley Jr., the wordsmith, known for his sharp pen, commanding presence, and gift for storytelling. Johnny is the embodiment of what happens when words and purpose collide. Let's unpack his journey, his craft, and what keeps his message authentic. Welcome to the podcast, Johnny.
How you doing? Great to be with you today.
I'm doing well, thank you. And like I said, it's great to have you. All right. So now, before I get into my questioning, would you like to tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Um, I'm an avid lover of poetry and language and communication. I am a great empathizer and a great listener, and I believe you have to be a great listener to be a great poet because you have to be able to take things in and able to be able to articulate them. And I'm happy to be here.
Yes.
I'm that dude, the poetry rock star. What can I say?
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I heard some of your rhymes and it sounds good. Absolutely. Well, once again, welcome to the podcast. So now you call yourself the wordsmith.
Yes.
Where did that name come from and what does it mean to you as an artist?
Okay, well, believe it or not, it's because of my father. It's almost by default. When I was younger, my father's punishments were things like reading the paper to him, reading the dictionary, reading the Bible. Like his punishments for me were reading or crossword puzzles
Oh,
or word finds. Like those were punishments for me from him, but they actually helped mold me and sculpt me into the man that I am today and how I use words and how I articulate words and how I know how they can not only are they life and death, but they shift environments and moods, you know? Yeah.
yes. Oh, yeah, well, that's a good way to look at the punishment. Well, it got you to this point now where you're an awesome poet. So
Yeah, so I'm indebted to him. Praise the Lord, man. May he rest in peace. But I'm indebted to him. Like I said, he was he I mean at the same time, even though he was implementing it as a punishment, he knew it would help. And he knew I needed it. But it still was a punishment nonetheless. But he knew I needed it. He wanted me to be able to compete.
yeah, well, that's a good punishment when you think about
Yeah,
it. Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely. Okay, well, I'm sorry, boss. Now, when it comes to your writing, which comes first, the emotion, rhythm, or concept?
Concept. The concept comes first.
Okay.
Like I'll hear something, someone will say something. It'll almost feel like the tap on the shoulder. Like, wait a minute, did you hear that? I'll be quickened.
Hmm.
I'll be quickened in the moment where other people will be standing around me, and it'll be nothing, but something will move me, and then I'll believe I'll be moved to share it. Because sometimes something will move me and it'll be just for me. And then other times I'm prompted to share. Like you need to articulate this, to give voice to it. Because not only you're not the only person that notices it, but you may be one of the only people who can articulate it and make it relatable to a vast genre of people. So other people may share the same sentiment, but they can't talk about it. Or they can't talk about it without becoming emotional. Or they may talk about it and lack emotion. So as a poet, you're the voice of the people. You're the people's elbow.
Got it. Okay, I like that. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, when you put it that way.
Yeah, I love poetry. I
Mm,
love poetry.
yeah, I love it too. Um, it's a way to express your thoughts on different things and, like you say, different emotions. And
Mhm.
um, yeah, I love it too. Now, when did that aha moment hit you? Your words could connect with people beyond entertainment, and how do you balance being poetic with being relatable to your audience?
I was doing a show in Melbourne, Florida. And at the end of the show, a gentleman walked up to me and he introduced himself. And I was surprised he had the same first name as my firstborn son. So, of course, I was like, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you. And he said, listen, I want to tell you something. He said, I haven't communicated with my children in a long time. And I had decided to not communicate with them anymore because of the hate I have between me and their mom. We just can't get along. And
Mm.
she won't allow me to talk to him, and it's becoming strainful, and I just don't talk to him anymore. And he said, I just wanted to tell you your vibration and your energy and the things you said tonight. I can't wait to get home to call my kids. And when he said that to
Oh,
me,
wow.
that was the biggest compliment. From that moment, I said, okay,
Yeah.
okay, we're planting good seeds. They get it. Like it
Yeah.
makes sense. Like when you're home and you're practicing and you're choreographing and getting everything together, you can't dictate how another person is going to feel by it. You don't know how it will land.
Right.
You just hope that it lands, and you know what your motive and your intention is, and you hope that it hits. And when he came to me, it was spot on. It was spot on.
Yeah. Yeah. That gave me goosebumps. Because of that emotion of you saying those words that moved him to realize I need to go talk to my children. That's
And
major.
sometimes, Queen, it's not only the words, it's a combination. Because we also speak through our body language, our facial expression, our
Yes.
vocal tone,
Yeah.
and just our overall influence, like visually when someone sees us. So sometimes it's the way you put everything together. It's not always specifically what
Yes.
you said, but it's how they perceived it and everything together. Because even when I left, I was trying to think of, well, what did I say? I was trying to think of what did I say specifically that could have moved him like that. Um, and
Mm.
as I looked over everything and thought about everything, I couldn't narrow it down. So I just took it as it was just my presence, period. The way I presented myself, the total package, I believe it was everything all together, just a certain amount of accountability and not being afraid to be masculine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the body language do play a part. It's just like they say you could look at somebody across the room and look at their body language. It could tell you a lot about a person.
And let me tell you something else.
Yeah. So
This life ain't for suckers, Queen. This life ain't for suckers. You hear me? This life is not for
yeah.
suckers. So when you hear some sound
Right.
counsel, when you hear some sound doctrine, somebody saying something that resonates with you, you better take that advice. You better run with it. It's sound. You better run with it because this life is not for suckers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what I know you said, your dad and the punishments and stuff like that that got you into, reading and being able to form your mind around the poetry and things like that. What else inspired you to get into poetry?
Well, I started off, of course, in hip hop. I grew up like right in the prime of hip hop, like just in New York City and Brooklyn, and being engulfed in the artistry of dancing, graffiti, DJing, and MCing. And I started off like DJing and being what's called like a beatbox or like a human beatbox,
Okay.
right? So I'm making beats with my mouth for other MCs or other poets to recite over. And as I continued to
Mm,
do that over and over, I started thinking, I believe my words would be better than some of the words of the poets I was giving instrumentals to. Or I would think about how they're
okay.
coming in, or how I'm letting them into a beat, or how I'm highlighting them as the instrument and them being the MC. And I started thinking, you know what, I can do that myself. And then, of course, me and a great friend of mine, Shaq Kim, big up to Shaq Kim, that's my guy. We went as little kids to see the movie Crush Groove. And when we saw the movie Crush
Oh, I
Groove,
remember that.
that was it. We saw
Mhm.
LL's part, we saw Run's part, and that was it. For me personally, that was it. I didn't want to do anything else in my life after I saw that. We stayed and watched the movie again.
Mhm.
So then I took the aspect of emceeing and rhyming and things of that nature, my love for words, and like that's how the journey began. That's how it took off. That's how it started. And it developed into a spoken word artist. So it started off as a beatboxer, a DJ, then went into emceeing, rapping, left all of that alone. And then when I came back to it, I came back as a poet and then a spoken word artist. It took time to perfect it.
Okay. Okay. So you used to DJ, huh? And this was up in New York.
Yeah, but I was very young. I was very young. I was a kid at that time. I was only like 13, 14 years old. But you have to start, like you learn as a kid early in New York, whatever you're going to do in your life, you need to start as early as possible. So as a kid, as
Okay.
soon as you get onto something, you try to jump on it and master it. If you have a loving household or supportive mother and father or supportive, family
Mhm.
branch, then hopefully they can put some economics behind your effort and, help you in your mastery.
Okay. Absolutely. Well, I talk to a lot of people that's from New York, and a lot of them they do get into the DJing and the MCing and um, that type of stuff. So I guess that's the going thing for young people.
Yeah, it's
You know.
community. It builds community. It builds structure, like especially amongst the youth at that time. We needed that. We needed something to help us be
Yeah.
productive.
Yeah. That was a good movie too, Crush Groove. You took me back on
Yeah.
that one.
Kid, I was about maybe 10 years
Oh,
old,
yeah.
10, 11 years old when I seen it, man. That movie.
Mhm. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, absolutely. So, as an artist, who values language? How do you see the spoken word scene evolving today?
That's a wonderful question. And I was hoping that you would ask it because if you didn't ask it, I was going to say it anyway. Wonderful question. Man. Wonderful question. For the last few years, I've always believed that spoken word is about to be the next big thing, like huge thing, right behind singing. Singing is always going to be at a level that nothing can go over because when you're singing, you're breaking through. It's like a window opening in a room. You're letting in, like, anyway. But spoken word poetry, in my opinion, is going to be the next big thing because it is right in between a comedian and a rapper, right? Spoken word artist is right in the middle. They don't have to have music, right? They have a microphone, it's them themselves, and they can articulate whatever they desire and they can stand behind their artistry. I don't know if you understand what I mean when I say that. They can articulate whatever they desire, and they can stand behind their artistry. So if a comedian tells a joke and I offend you, what am I going to say? I'm a comedian. I'm telling jokes. That's
Mm-hmm.
a joke. I'm a comedian.
Young girls.
I'm a poet. I'm a spoken word artist. That's a poem. But just that freedom to
Mm-hmm.
articulate yourself in the moment. You're not a minister or a pastor. You're not a dignitary, so to speak, but you'll still have a microphone. And if you have the ability to articulate yourself, you can like break some chains. You can open some doors. You can open some windows. You can plant seeds. Like I'm not trying to change anyone. And I don't think poets should try to change anybody, but it's the planting of the seeds, the influence, being able to like point someone to a direction and allow them to choose whether they want to do it or not. Taking that horse to the water, they choose whether they want to drink or not. So I think spoken word
Yeah.
poetry is the next big thing, and I want to be the face of it. I'm
Okay.
saying, listen now,
Awesome.
listen, I'm saying that here for the first time. This is an exclusive, and the reason I say that is because you have to be careful saying what your goal is, who you want to be, what you want to
Mhm.
do, how far you want to go. You see how they crucified Joseph for sharing his dream, but I'm still saying it right here for the first time. I want to be the face of poetry. The face. When somebody say, "Who's your
All
favorite
right.
poet?" and people be like, "I don't know." I want them to say John Study, Big John Study, that's my favorite poet. Right now, if I ask the average person, they may say Maya Angelou. They don't have a person. It's like favorite poet. I don't know. I don't want them to say I don't know. I want them to say, yo, Big John Study, that's my guy. That's my favorite poet. Not necessarily that he's the best, but he's my favorite. He's the most sought after. He resonates with me. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for giving My
You have
Mike
the
Your Voice
exclusive.
podcast the
You have the
exclusive.
exclusive. The face of poetry.
Yeah.
Shling. Yeah.
All right. Big John Study.
Okay.
The wordsmith. That's where it
That's what it
is.
is,
Okay. Y'all
baby.
hear
Look,
that?
see, look, I'm rubbing off on her already. You see the vibration? You see? Yeah. There you go.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. I love it. Like I said, I went to your page and I heard, some of your stuff and I was like, oh, I like this. That's why I made a comment. I'm like, Hmm. Okay. I want to make sure I have him on my show because I like that. I like the positive vibe, and
Absolutely.
it was real what you were saying, and I could feel it. So I was like, I would like for my listeners to have that on my podcast.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I wish you the best, and I hope everybody get to know you and keep putting yourself out there,
Yes.
because you have words that need to be heard.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Can I say one last thing before we go?
Oh no, we're not finna
Oh,
go
I think you
yet.
were trying to go. Okay, I'm about to say, hold on now. All right, cool. Thank you. Thought you was cutting me out there,
Uh-uh.
Queen.
No. I'm just, giving you accolades based off of what you were saying and stuff like that. Yeah, so we're not done yet. So you still got a few minutes.
Yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy.
Okay, okay. Well, my next question I want to ask you about collaborations. Now, if you had the opportunity, collaboration is such a big thing in creative spaces.
Yes.
Who would you love to work with, dead or alive, and why?
Well, number one I gotta say is Lauren Hill. I would love to work with
Okay.
Lauren Hill, L Boogie. I consider her a peer. I don't look at her like in a form of worship or put her like on an extremely high pedestal, though she's phenomenal. I view her as a peer. She's
Mhm.
someone I would love to work with. I think that her and I collaborating, just spending time with each other and talking and things of that nature, we would come up with 3 or 4 songs easily. 3, 4, 5 songs, titles,
Mhm.
concepts, everything immediately. I would have loved to work with D'Angelo. May he rest in peace. That'd have been wonderful to work with him.
Yeah.
I'd love to work with Most Def. His name calls himself
Yes.
Yasin Bey now, but he goes by Yasin Bey now. He's named Yasin Bey now, but I know him as Most Def from Brooklyn. Brooklyn Stand Up. I'd love to work with him or Black Thought, and I'd have to say I'd be afraid
I'm just
to meet.
taking notes. I'm listening
Sure,
to you.
I'd be afraid to meet
Mhm.
Rakim. A lot of great friends of mine have met Rakim, and they've talked to him and things of that nature. But he's my goat. He's my greatest of all time. I kind of want to meet him, but I don't want to meet him because I wouldn't know what to say. I really would be like, that's the only person I can think of in my mind. If I met them, I would be like dumbing out like a vegetable. Like he'd be like talking to me like, so what's up, man? Like, and please don't ask me to say anything. Please, this is like please don't ask me to say no. I couldn't even say any poetry or anything in front of him. Like, yeah, he's my goat.
Yeah, I like Rakim. Believe it or not, if you got the opportunity, if you were standing before him, that's when the man in you gonna shine the most. You're gonna spit those rhymes,
Mm,
that poetry gonna come flowing out, and
mm,
you're gonna be like, man, did I just do this and say that?
mm.
So it's gonna come to you
Let it,
naturally.
well, I want it to happen. There you go. Speak it into existence. Let's go. Let's
Yes,
go. Anybody
yes,
out there, if y'all
yes,
know Rakim,
absolutely.
anybody out there know Rakim, tell them the poetry rock star Big John Study wants to meet him. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna tag him in this interview.
Okay.
That's why I take notes. I'm gonna tag him in this interview. Absolutely.
Okay.
And hopefully he'll see it and he'll get a chance to see you and look at your page and look at your work and
Big
be
up
like,
to
okay,
Rakim
Big
Allah.
John,
Big
let's
up. Big up to Rakim.
Yes, yes. Well, those are some great names, especially Lauren Hill. I followed her since she was a young girl. When I remember when was acting and and things like that. So she's a beautiful soul. So those are some good choices.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like Most Deaf. Yes, he's so funny. I love his acting
Yeah.
as well. But
He's
his
so
rhymes and
multi
stuff
he's
is
so
so deep.
multi-talented. I mean, the brother can act,
Yes,
he can sing too. He can act, he can sing, he can rap,
yes,
he can do poetry. Most Def is extremely talented. Extremely
yes,
talented.
yes. Absolutely. Like I said, I'm going to tag them all in this interview. I sure am.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yes, those are some good choices to
Well, I wanted to
um
give it
for
to you in the hip hop genre. Like I didn't want to just say, anybody I would work with. I wanted to kind of narrow it down. But you know what? I have been
yeah.
stalking a producer for like 3 years, and I gave up about 6 months ago. I was stalking, and maybe I
Oh,
shouldn't use the word stalk. It's gonna sound crazy, but I was hitting him in his DM trying to really get to work with him. And
mhm.
he just doesn't want to work with me. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna say his name. But there is a producer out there I really would like to work with. He's phenomenal. Like he's done hits for Brandy, Mary J. Blige. I mean, he's worked with so many phenomenal people, and he's a genius. He's a child prodigy. He's a genius, family man. But the challenge is that right now in his life, he only wants to produce Christian rappers. Like he only wants
Okay.
to produce like strictly Christian rappers at this point in his life. And what I told him
Okay.
is that Christ is always the undertone of anything I ever talk about. Always. Love, reconciliation, Christ. It's always the undertone. It may not be the topic, but it's always the undertone. Because you don't want to offend anybody, you
Yeah.
don't want to push anybody away. You want them to feel the love. They may not share your faith,
Right.
but you want them to feel the love that you have to offer, right? So I was trying to
Yeah.
explain that to a middle person that was talking to him, like, I'm not a Christian rapper or a rapper at all, but I want you to hear my spoken word artistry and tell me, like, in any way, if you're offended by my words in any place, in any poem. I want you to hear them and you tell me, but I can't get to it.
Mhm.
I'm going to share it to you later off camera. I'm going to tell you what it
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, you tell me later off camera. Okay.
is.
Awesome. Like I say, those are some great, awesome. That's a great list you mentioned there. Some top people. Yes, absolutely. And so hopefully, one day you get a chance to work with one of them
One
at
day,
least.
one day, I'm
Yes.
like, who is this?
Yes.
This ain't no Mary J. Blige. Mary? Yeah, right. It's me, John Study. It's me.
You never hey, just keep putting your best foot forward and you just never know what might happen.
Absolutely.
You never know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. But we're gonna speak it into existence and we're gonna stay positive and we're gonna just keep working hard and keep putting yourself out there. You'd be surprised one day you might look up in the audience and see that one person. You'd be like, you might lose your words then. You just
Right, Michelle Obama come up to you. Hey, John Study, rubbing your back. You're like,
I know,
all
right?
of them. I welcome
Hey,
it all. Come on, you
you never
guys. Come
know.
love on your brother. Come on. Where you at? Come on, love on your brother.
Yes,
Yeah, but I'm
yes.
working on my
And like you
project
said,
now. I'm working on my project now, and I'm
yeah,
hoping that it'll be something that will get that kind of notoriety. Yeah.
yeah. And I know you mentioned D'Angelo. Rest in peace, D'Angelo, to his
Mhm.
son and his daughter, his family
Yeah.
out there. He's going to be missed, but his lyrics and his music is going to live on with us forever.
Yes.
Yes, great artist. hmm Now, what advice would you give to upcoming writers or performers finding their voice in this art form?
Well, to me, there's a difference between writers and performers. Which one do you want me to speak to exactly? Like, so that
You could do
you go,
both.
okay. So to writers, one of my mentors is blind, right? And I used to call him all the time and say, "What do you think about this piece?" I'd write a piece and ask his opinion. What do you think about it? Did you like it? Give me your opinion. And one day I called him And after I did the poem, I could kind of hear like frustration, like just in his breathing, like, so I'm like, what's wrong? And he's like, I can't see it. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, I can't see it. I'm blind. I can't see it. So I was like, you can't see it. I can't see it. I need to see it. And when he said that to me, it changed my writing forever after. So I would say to
Mm.
anybody out there that's a writer, whether you're a poet, you write scripts, you write anything, remember the senses: touch, feel, taste, smell. You know, mention it, describe it, make a vocal movie. Put me there.
Yeah,
Put me there. Help me to really
absolutely.
relate. So anytime I write poetry, ever since he said that to me, I say it for a person who literally can't see. I write it to put you there. My poems put you there. I do it to take you there. I take it for you to be sitting there and go, yo, I was sitting right next to you. And I've had people say that to me. I have one specific piece that I have people say it to me. I was there, but that was my intention, you know?
Yes. And it's so unique that you say that because I just was taking a writing course, and in there it mentioned you have to include the five senses. Absolutely, it did mention that in writing. Absolutely,
Yes, yes. And to
yep.
the performers,
So that
I would say, I can't give away all my tricks, okay? But I would say this: remember you're performing. Like, remember you're performing. Like, you're not supposed to be the same on stage as you are when you're not on stage, right? So,
right.
off stage, when I talk to Michael Jackson, I say, and may he rest in peace, Mr. Jackson, how you doing? It's so nice to meet you. Hi, hi, how's everything? It's nice to meet you. Yes, I'm Michael Jackson. He get on that stage, grabbing his growing, it's going nuts, going bonkers. He's losing it. You're looking like, yo, this dude is
Yeah,
wilding. He get back off that stage again. Hi, hey Brenda, good to see you. You ain't
exactly.
supposed to be grabbing on your groin and moonwalking and going nuts when you ain't on stage. But when you're on stage, you're performing. And when you're not, you're not. So I would say to all those that
Mhm.
performers, perform. You on stage. It's not the same. People are not supposed to hold you
Correct.
accountable to your behavior as a performer on stage like as if you were sitting in the audience.
That's true.
It's different. And another thing I'll say is this,
Mhm.
one more thing. And now this one I will give you as a John Study jewel. I'll give you one of these. When I go anywhere to perform, if I'm being paid, right? If I'm being paid, you'll never see me look like another person that's sitting in the audience. As soon as you see me there,
Mm.
you'll know the difference in my attire and you'll know he must be performing. He must be. Why is he dressed like that? You won't see me looking like you
Mhm.
if you're paying to see me. I'm insulted if I'm paying money to see somebody perform and they got on a baseball cap and it's backwards and they got their pants hanging down and they got on a shirt that look like they just left the park playing basketball and I'm paying to watch you on stage. I don't care if you're a poet. This isn't starving artist money. I'm paying you. Look the part.
Mhm.
You're performing.
Yeah.
I mean, and I say that when you're getting paid. Now, for me, because of just who I am, just as a man and as a person, I'm always going to be John Study. So how you see your boy, that's just how I get down for my crown. I'm gonna be clean. I'm not even gonna come on here looking like, well, I'm just somewhere doing. Nah, that's not how I do. But I'm saying, but for other artists, I would say, if you're getting paid, you need to have taken some of that money and went and bought a specific outfit, buy some with some glitter on it or whatever you need to make you stand out. You're a performer.
Yeah.
You're a performer. They're supposed to look like they got on jeans and you're supposed to be looking like you're going to a gala. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm using that as an extreme to show you that as a performer, you should not be looking like your audience. Not if you're getting paid. If it's an open mic, that's just an open mic. It's like practice. Anybody can get up there, say anything, do anything they want. If it's a show, people are paying to get in, you got nerve to be dressed in just any old way, in my opinion. Some poets will come there, and that's a part of their artistry.
Mhm.
Hey, like, this is a part of my vibration. I'm not on the John Study vibration. My vibration is humble and humility, and I believe that the way I'm dressed personifies that. Or I don't have aspirations of a high stake in the game, so it's not that deep to me. I am getting paid and I'm performing, but I have no intention of going any further as poetry as a career. This is just something I'm doing. So I get that too. But
Yeah.
if you're a poet, you're a wordsmith, if this is what you do, you're performing, come on, man, don't cheat the people, man. We're visual creatures, especially black people.
Yeah.
They will
Yeah.
dog you.
Yes. Yeah. You make some good points there. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, but so is this is where you're gonna this the lane you're gonna stay in for the remainder of your career?
Well, believe it or not, I am multitasking, and a lot of times, sometimes people don't like to see you do more than one thing. Especially if they get used to you in one thing, then they don't want to see you doing something else. But I have to grow because the industry is growing, the world is growing, music is growing, entertainment is growing. So I have to grow too. Like, we got streaming now. People can't just go and buy my CD anymore. So that changes the economic dynamics of music. So how am I going to change so that I can still provide for my family using the gifts that I've been given? Scripture says the gifts, my gifts will make room for me. So now I have to figure out how I can apply my gifts during this day and time. So maybe I used to want to stand in front of a stage at Madison Square Garden and have a microphone in my hand and Michelle and Barack Obama in the front row with Oprah and the whole place is packed and you want to be doing like your signature piece, but it may come to, hey, you got to sit down and write a book. It may
Mhm.
come to that. You're not even standing in front of anybody saying anything. You're writing your words down on paper and allowing them to read it themselves at whatever appointed time, or if you have an ebook, or so it depends on whatever form it can be digested. However, they can accept it, they can receive it, and I can also have some compensation for it because, like they say in the movie Batman, if you're good at anything, you should be paid for it. And I'm a master. I have
Absolutely.
mastery in this. It took a long time. There's a difference between a rapper, a poet, and a spoken word artist. There's a difference. For a long time, I was a rapper. And I was saying, like, oh, yeah, I'm a poet, but I was rapping. And then after a certain point, then I
Mhm.
started getting into poetry, leaving the music alone, that aspect, and getting more into the poetic form because rap is more braggadocious, where poetry is more reflective on things you see and articulating it. But spoken word is different than both of those because spoken word, now you're writing almost like you're journaling. Not only does it have to rhyme, it's not even supposed to rhyme. It can rhyme in increments to keep it steady and pace and going, but a spoken word artist is using the spoken word language to articulate without using rhythm and rhyme necessarily. And that's an expertise. That takes time. It took years for me to get my spoken word skills up to where my rap and poetry was. And now I do spoken word better than I rap. And I never thought I'd be able to say that, but that's where I am in my life now. Where if somebody give me a microphone, I wouldn't want to rap. I wouldn't want to say a rap. I wouldn't want to say a rhyme. I wouldn't want to do that. I want to articulate myself through poetry. Let me ask you a question. If
Mhm.
you were in the hospital and you were sick and you weren't feeling good, stomach hurt, head hurt, and I came to the hospital to visit you, could you stand if I came in there and I was like, yo, Brenda, I help you feel better. I hope your liver stop hurting. Da, 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 da. You'd be like, yo, dude, like, be quiet. Like, get out of here with that. Like, you got my head hurting. Like, There's no comfort in that. Like, I hope you feel better. I hope you ain't hurting. I hope you be like, yo, this is crazy. But I could say a poem. I could say a poem that could bring you to a place of peace. I could say a poem that would give you hope and inspire you, almost like a song. But I'm not singing. But that's the difference. If I'm rhyming when I'm saying the words to you when you're sick, if you hear that constant, it's agitating. It would be annoying just based on how you're feeling at the time. You can't process it and receive it right because you're already hurting. But if I can give you soft spoken words that neutralize doubt and fear in your mind, like that's medicine. So it's knowing your lane and knowing who you want to be and what you want to do. Because there's a lot of people out there right now that's calling themselves poets, but they're rappers. They're rapping. They're not doing poetry. I'm not saying rap isn't poetry. It's a form of poetry. But individuals are saying that they are poets, but they are actually rappers. And there's nothing wrong with being a rapper. I've been a rapper a long time, and I still can. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm a spoken word artist. Best in the world.
Yeah.
Ooh, did he say?
Yeah. That's true. Do you plan on doing any more music?
I've been in the studio. I've been in the studio. I've been recording. I've been recording songs and spoken word pieces. And big up to my girl Safari, not my girl. I mean, big up to my homegirl Safari. Big up to my homegirl Safari. That's my man Ty's wife. She actually liked the post when you responded to one of my pictures of post, and she responded on it. But her and I have a song together, and it's like
Okay.
it's a tribute to Michael Jackson, and it's fire.
Okay.
It's fire. Like even his family has been exposed to the song. I can't really go into too much detail, but it's the song is fire. Big up to Safari out there. Big up to Safari. But the song is fire. We recorded it, and she just has to go back and do a little more. We do a little more touch up, a little more magic on there. But yeah, I've been recording songs.
Okay. So it's not out now.
No, still
So it's not
recording.
out.
The project is not
Okay.
finished. We're just trying to like dot all the I's and cross all the T's. Because, like I said, based on how music has changed and things has changed, we just want to make sure we're doing everything right, copyrights right, everything right. Everybody gets paid. Just trying to make sure everything is on point. But I'm so excited, and I try to collaborate with
Yeah.
other poets, but I don't know. Some people just don't take it as serious I do. And then when I ask them, let's work together and stuff like that, they say, yeah, yeah. But they're kind of like brushing me off because they're not that serious. And I just learn to pivot. I just say, okay, it's not deep. We just pivot the next way, pivot the next way. But I always know that there's strength in numbers. And if I see somebody that's talented, I don't become envious or jealous or anything else. I want to work together. Well, let's work
Right.
together. Let's put a project out
Right.
together. I respect your talent. I see you. You're a light. Yep, let's work
Yeah.
you know. But everybody's
Yeah.
at different stages of, their goals. So
Hmm. And so you say you got Michael Jackson family's approval for the
not
song?
approval. Okay, well, I'll share
Okay.
this with you. There's a Michael Jackson movie coming out. The
Okay.
beginning of next year, middle of next year, where Michael Jackson's nephew is playing him. One of Jermaine's sons,
Hmm.
one of the brother's sons is playing him. So I was trying to get the song on the soundtrack. I was trying to get the
Okay.
song in the movie, just trying to get it to be a part of it, whether it was inside the movie, placement, soundtrack. I don't care if the credits is going up and it plays for the last 20 seconds. So that's actually what I'm working on right now. So that's what I'm in the process of trying to link the song with the movie efforts that are coming out because the song is just that good. It'll I mean, it's Michael Jackson. First off, it's Michael Jackson.
Right.
Michael Jackson, may he rest in peace, hasn't been alive in years. Kids weren't even alive when he was alive, and they already know all his moves, know all his songs. Like people still get up early in the morning in Gary, Indiana, and stand around his house like he's gonna walk out of it and stuff like that. Like people love his legacy. So doing a song that's like
Yes.
dedicated to him and it's fire. The song is
Mhm.
dope. I mean, I wish I could release it today. just for free, just put it out there for
Mhm.
people to hear. But we're trying to do things the right thing, do things the right way.
Okay. Well, we can't wait to hear it. So it sounds like it's going to be
Right.
amazing.
It's
So,
called. You ready for the name of it?
okay.
You ready for the name?
Yeah.
It's called "Stay on Your Toes."
Stay on your toes. Okay. All right.
Stay on
You,
your toes,
you're going to
just
keep me on
like
my
Mike.
toes and waiting to hear it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Stay on your toes.
Staying on your
Stay
toes,
on your
huh?
toes. Hmm.
Okay. That's nice. I can't wait to
You'll
hear it.
love it. Big up to Safari. We added her vocal.
Okay. And this the one that's about Michael.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, you'll love it. You'll love
Mhm.
it.
Yeah. That's gonna be amazing. Yeah. And I'm gonna have to go on your page and see who Safari is.
Yes, yes.
So I can go check her out.
And I think on my page, she's under aromatherapy or something like that. Like it's under her
Okay.
business.
I think I did see that
Right.
name.
So that's her
Aromatherapy. I'm gonna go and check.
that's her business. So I think that's the name that she's under, like online aromatherapy. Her name is Safari.
Okay. Okay. Absolutely. Yeah. Now, do you now when it comes to yourself, how do you find that personal time just for Johnny when you want to escape it all? You don't want to think about poetry, you don't want to write anything, you just want to free your mind, just relax, calm, and then go back to the pencil and paper later. So what's that like for
I
Johnny?
just need to be by some water. That's it.
Me
I
too.
just need to
It's
be
so
by
funny you
something.
say
Just
that. Every artist is you just have to be by some water. And for some
water.
reason, that's how I get my most creative
I mean, that's
ideas
how
is
I
by the water.
recharge. If I and when I say water, I just mean like a body of water. I mean, get me in the shower.
Mhm.
I mean, a lake, a
Yeah,
pool, because to visually be able to look at it is calming. To be able to get inside of
mm,
it is a whole next level.
absolutely.
But just get me by some water, whether like I said, I can shower, take a bath, I can jump in
Yeah.
the pool, I can go to the beach, I can stare at a pond, but just get me by some water. And that is very rejuvenating for me. It gives me like a reboot, reset, you know,
Mhm.
gives me perspective. Then I'm able to like jump to it again. Otherwise than that,
Yes.
I feel like I'm always jumping to it. There's nothing else I really love as much as I love doing poetry. And I don't know if that's a great
Mhm.
thing, a good thing, or what, but I love it, Queen. I love it. So I'm always writing,
Yeah.
reading it, listening to it, sharing it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I have four notebooks of writings, and I just put my first song out. It's on my page, so
Okay.
check it out. It's called "Crease Between the Sheets."
Okay.
I told my daughter I was thinking about that. I said I want to write a song about creasing between the sheets, and I was just laying in my bed, and I let the title marinate for about 3 days, and then I just laying in my bed, and I thought about how you think about some things you went through,
Yeah.
and I just started writing. When I get that creative push like that, I can't stop, and I
Now
just
let me
wrote it
ask you,
all out, and just
did you say creases between the sheets?
crease between the sheets. It's on my
Crease.
page.
Crease between the
So
sheets.
make sure you check it out.
I gotta check that out. I love that
Mhm.
title.
Yeah,
Love
thank you.
that
So
title.
check it out. It's on my page. Yep. I did that. And like I said, I have four notebooks full and I'm gonna put some more stuff out, but I want that one to sit first and let it marinate and move around a little bit. So I'm gonna drop it on some more platforms and see how it does.
Okay.
But yeah, when I get around water, oh my God, I'm just into my element. I can meditate, I can just relax,
Mhm.
I can I could just focus, I could just put stuff down. I just love it. So I'm with you on that with the water.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Do you have any upcoming projects or events we should look out for? Any shout outs you want to give to anybody?
Well, definitely look out for Diverse Word, the longest running open mic in Orlando, Florida. This is like year 19, year 20, and that's every first Tuesday of the month. of each month, the first Tuesday from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. at a place called Southern Box Company in Orlando, Florida. It's on 441. So look that up. It's on
Mhm.
441 and Princeton. And the name is, it's held at Southern Box Company. And it's outdoors. There is covering if it rains, because you know in Florida it will rain on us. So there is covering, but it's outdoors.
Mhm.
It's a free event. So it's free. It's not cheap, because we do what we got to do to really make people feel good and have a great time and put things in place. But it is free. It's free entry.
Mhm.
It's free parking. They have a garage where you can park your car. Security. They have food there. You get 10% off, like in the eatery. Like, so once you go inside, there's plenty of food. It's delicious. 10% off anything you'd like. So look out for that. Also, I got two books I'm working on. I want you to look out for those, that they'll be coming. I got this audio movie that I'm working on right now. I want you to look out
Okay.
for that too. I'm still in the works of that. And if anybody wants to collab, hit me in the DM, or reach out to me, big_John_study. Reach out to me. Let's talk. Even if somebody just wants another poet, wants to have a conversation with me, just on advice, stage presence, anything else. So much I have to share, but I just don't want to share everything with everyone. There are certain people that are deserving, and those are the
Exactly.
ones that should have it, those that deserve it. You don't cast your pearls to swine. So if somebody's serious, they really
Absolutely.
want some advice, and they really want to build, let's collaborate, let's talk. I'm open, I'm approachable.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I'll tell you, I have really enjoyed this conversation. It's been amazing. Your energy is so
Thank
real.
you.
Um, I hope you get a chance to get Raheem face to face.
Oh,
So,
Rakim.
I mean Rakim. I
Rakim.
mean Rakim. You get face to
I
face with
told you, I'm not even,
Rakim, so
I
you
told
can
you,
make that
I
dream
don't even
happen.
want it. I don't even, I can't take it, kid. I don't even want it. I can't do it, Queen. I can't. But one thing you said, but
That's
one thing
okay.
you did say that resonated with me that I had never thought about before. I always said if I ever met him, I would
Mhm.
freeze up and all of that. But when you just said, no, when you do see him, you gonna like really go hard. And for some reason, when you said that, I felt it. I felt it. It resonated
Mhm.
like she's right. You're gonna do just the opposite. You're gonna show off. You're gonna show off and be like, let me
Absolutely.
show you what you planted in me. Let me show you what the seeds of your mastery planted in me. Let me show you what it manifests to. Yeah, and put him in the car that
Yeah.
he put me in. Yeah, Queen. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Thank you for that.
Absolutely. So we're gonna make sure we tag him in this video and see if we could give a shout out. Absolutely.
Big up to my dude Shakim. Big up to my dude Paul Cray. Big up to my man Papa Richie. Big up to Uncle Leo. Big up to my boys Rob Boogie, Joshua, David Judah. Yo, man, big up to the girls. Big up to everybody, man. You already know it's your dude, the poetry rock star, Big John Study. Shling. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it. Well, like I say, this has been another inspiring session of My Mike Your Voice podcast. Big thanks to Johnny Ridley Jr.
John Study.
as the wordsmith. John Study, absolutely. And we thank you for dropping knowledge and showing us how words can shape not just art, but community and conversation. Keep tuning in for more voices that matter, more stories that move, and more moments that make you think. Remember, you are an author, so always let your voice be heard.
Peace.